the correct game. Mandragora. I don't know what the gibbering that's happening is about, but we're just gonna ignore that. Neither to my knowledge, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. I know. It would be so much better if you could. Like, there's these 6 class options over here. We can't even have something other than Vanguard in the demo. And I'm not even gonna worry about character designing or anything for this. But this is a really good looking game. Like, it has very high potential to be very good. As an Inquisitor of the Crimson City, I have been tasked by the King Priest to hunt down an enemy of the state, a witch. Before I mercifully killed one of her sisters and was seemingly cursed for it, the King Priest personally tortured her to the point where she divulged Gravesweep Swamp as a possible rendezvous point. The lands outside the city limits are lawless and filled with abominations not of this world, but I am an Inquisitor, and there is no man or beast that can stop me from carrying out my mission. There's all the controls. There are a lot of them. I'm not gonna remember half of these.
Seems I'm really on my own now. Let the adventure begin.
He sounds so excited to be off on his own going on an adventure, huh? Really expected that bridge to fall out from under me.
These scavengers are never alone. I need to be careful.
That seems good. The Eye of Sauron looking mirror over here. That seems safe. Nothing wrong with that idea, right? I'm sure everything's fine. Let me know if the audio balance is okay. It seems like the sound effects might be a little quiet in some cases, but not like badly so. You know, we'll just touch that rock and it explodes. That's fine. Oh, they hit each other. Neat. That'll be very handy in the future. Oh, I didn't have the ability up. That's why. Oh, that's my parry. Okay. That's how that works. Get parried, nerd. Yeah, that's fine then. As long as it can be heard, that's the point. It doesn't need to be loud, it just needs to be heard. Not where I meant to land, but you know what? I'm here now, I guess. I think he was trying to drink my soul. I don't appreciate that. Wow, he almost killed me. He too. Oh, you can take damage through your guard. Okay. Noted. Don't let them do whatever that drain thing is, because not only did I get weaker, but he got way more aggressive. Lesson learned. That was a very bad idea. Ah. This is one of the things that got my attention with this. Look at how big this talent tree is. Now, I have no idea how good this talent tree actually is. It just caught my eye that there's a lot going on in here. Stat points. Ooh, killing an enemy permanently raises your health up to a max of 10%. Okay, not bad. Adrenaline makes you hit back harder. Weapon attacks have a chance to break armor. Nothing super exciting, but you know, at least there's options. And some of the other classes may be more exciting. Ooh, we can at least look at the trees. We can't actually interact with the trees, but they all exist which means these are developed, they're just not in the demo, and that's fine. Wow, there's a lot going on in here. I'm definitely interested, especially since there's also a bunch of equipment. I do like that these are conveniently pre-sorted, so you know that there's a bunch of each of these available. Okay, and the relics are offhands. Okay. Bunch of armor types. Like, it's a blessing and a curse that they're all sorted like that, because now you know that those exist. Which also gives things away, but also gives you useful information. Oh, there's smithing diagrams. So I guess that's how you make weapons? And armor and things is using diagrams. Okay. Sure. Oh, and you have to repair your armor, it would seem. I knew this was detailed. I didn't know how detailed. The answer is yes. Like, I knew this was somewhere between Souls-like and Metroidvania with a lot going on. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't know exactly the situation this was in. There we go. Let's take those two out. Then he hops out. We kick him around. And now we go deal with the one that tried to eat our soul and mostly succeeded. Yeah, this one. Okay, I fucked up my inputs there a bit, but we got them. So that wasn't the same one that killed us. This is where our stuff is. That's a very abrupt plunging attack, but I'm kind of here for it. This is the one that actually killed us. Oh, that's why I'm having issues sometimes. So it didn't make itself immediately apparent to me, but that green meter is stamina, and our attacks are consuming stamina. That's not gonna make me happy.
This must be Old Wickham, or what's left of it.
There was also something else.
It's too high. I can't reach it.
There we go. That's what I wanted to prompt. The fact that it tells you when things are unreachable is kind of helpful. Because otherwise, we all know I would have tried to find a way to jump up there and just fucked around with that for a while. And, you know, no need to necessarily follow those directions by heart anyway, because they could always be wrong. Timed that wrong. The parrying seems to be reasonably generous in this, so that'll be a benefit. The healing, however, is a little less generous. Aha! Oh, I need lockpicks to open a chest. Okay. Or at least open that chest. That's inconvenient. There's a save point up there. Can I get to it is the better question.
It opens from the other side.
Okay, well, how do I get to said other side? Ah, I jump out through here. Some of the, like, 3D effect they've got going on makes this a little hard to tell what's going on at times. Yeah, now we can spend points. Do I have points? I have 3 points. Okay. Ooh, there's offensive nodes that allow us to choose attributes. I mean, start as we mean to go on, right? Hit harder, do better. Bleed chance. Oh, okay. You get 1 of 4 stat points, and if you spend 3 points in here, you get 1% bleed chance. That's a little depressing. But strong. But I do, to a certain degree, appreciate the fact that you can put multiple points in this one spot, because that allows you to, like, I'd load other stats. Because everything else around here is just strength and vigor. So if you wanted, like, a little bit of dexterity splashed in without having to go a different direction, you could.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Give you a choice, head or guts.
Look at you thinking you're tough. Come on then. Have at you. Idiot. Go on, try again. Idiot. Oh look, your identical twin and his friend the archer. I had some mental prompt there for a moment, but I didn't get a chance to see it. Well, we're at an awkward impasse, aren't we? Bye!
No, it's locked.
Rip. It's interesting that they lock you out of opening doors when you're in combat. It does make sense though, because otherwise you just cheese your way out of a combat by just opening a door. Can I? Yes, I can. Oh god, I can unlock a bunch of bats by doing that apparently. There we go. Can I grab a ladder on the way? I can. Sup, kiddo? Bye! Teehee. Oh, look at this guy. Okay, I managed to block the second one. I just didn't time it right enough. Don't you heal. You're supposed to be doing the opposite of that. It's called dying. There we go. Yeah, this fight's pretty fluidly. It gets a little weird at times when your stamina gets low. And despite the green around the edges of the screen, sometimes I'm not quite catching that my stamina's getting low. Because I'm too focused on what I'm doing. It actually really reminds me of like Salt and Sacrifice and things like that, especially with the way you attack in the air. The like super hover you've got going on there. Oh, that was a mistake. The moment I fell more than like half a screen, I knew I did a wrong. Look how generous that parry is. It gave it to me on the backswing. I can parry arrows too? Oh god. That has potential. Oh. Well then. Bandit gloves, you say? Oh, and you can actually drop down through this? Neat. That's actually a pretty good drop down animation too. You're not just like inexplicably falling through it. All this money. We died down here somewhere. Those are spikes. We didn't die in that part of the down there, as it turns out. I probably should wear those bandit gloves though. Potentially. Ooh, they give +1 dexterity. And they are 1 full armor instead of not full armor, so there you go. When in doubt, stat bonuses. Bye. You know, there is a certain degree of comedy to the fact that I was chuckling about knocking enemies off cliffs, and then I fell off a cliff. I do appreciate, like, the posturing and such that these bandits do, too. Like, pointing the weapon at you and challenging you. Oh, hey, you can parry, too. You know what? Credit where it's due. I was not expecting that. Especially not out of somebody with such a big shield. I expected him more to be like a wall, not a surprise I can parry you. I'm getting like a bunch of ore and things like that. I wonder where I use that. If I'll even get to find that out. I know we fell down in the middle here and that's how we died. Okay, good, our stuff is right there. Doesn't seem like there's any safe way down from here, though. So I'm not sure I can make that jump. I might have to try to, like, Prince of Persia this, grab the ledge as I fall down and see if that gives me enough fall distance to not die. Huh. Of course I find a way to put myself in a position like this immediately. Oh, there's treasure down there. I might live this. Wow. Yep, okay, I lived it. We're fine. I don't know if I would have lived it if I fell straight down. Definitely wouldn't have lived it if I fell straight on the other side, because that's where the spike pit I was looking at was. Yeah, so far this game's very reasonable. Like, it doesn't kill you on purpose just for laughs so far. We have the ability to move the camera down and up and things like that. Other games would have been like, yeah, you can guess whether it's safe to drop down there. You know, you can figure it out by dropping to your death. But now this game's like, hey, you can look. Might not save you, but you can look. And it's also interesting that you can either press up on a ladder or right bumper, and you can grab the ladder that way, too. It's nice to have options. And we didn't get any more talent points yet, even with our essence back. That's kind of what I wanted to check. Oh, hey, we died right before another checkpoint, too. This is somehow not a surprise. May as well rest to get our potions back. Oh. Wait, why did that require me spending the... Huh. I wonder if the other ones were automatic level ups, or did we just, like, start with talent points? I'm not sure. I don't know why that became a choice instead of a, oh yeah, that's just a thing. I'm assuming endurance is stamina and constitution's health. But then why is there also vigor? And defense? Ah! So many stats. Disregard stats, acquire strength. If I have enough strength, I don't need anything else. I didn't have enough stamina to parry. Haha, counter, 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 counter. Counter, counter, counter your counter, my counter, counter. Ow. You know what? I deserved that for that joke. This seems like a bad idea. Whee! I love the little hop he did as he jumped into the well, too. He was excited to go in here. Just all about jumping down in the death sewers. Shocking. It smells in a sewer. Huh. Ooh, you can slide down on ladders to go faster. Okay. Now more of you freaks are down here. Okay. I was expecting just rats. Want that. I want the stuff that's up there, but I need to get to that door, which is presumably going to be like going all the way around. Seems like you don't get like an in-area map. And then there's just like an eclipsed sun over here of mystery and make-believe. Map fragments of the hinterlands. Oh, is that why I don't have map information? Do I need fragments of map info? Maybe. Find someone who can complete the map fragment. Oh, ow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't the guy with the sword have been in the front? You know, far be it by me to correct you amazing thieves at doing your job, but I feel like maybe the guy with the bow should have been behind the guy with the sword. You know, what do I know, though? I just talk crazy nonsense on a regular basis. You know, just perpetually talking out of my ass. Which is an interesting party trick, but I don't really recommend it. Huh. Surprise! Oh. Surprise for me, apparently. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Don't stand in the goo. Oh, also, the goo makes other rats. And I can't leave. Well. And I kind of figured that was how that was going to play out. I roll past him straight into the goo and die. For how that played out, though, I feel like they were really kind of generous, because a lot of games would have just killed me immediately in that situation. Also, bye, idiots. I don't need to deal with you, so I'm not going to. I went the wrong way. Because I don't have good map information. Look at me frolicking in the sewers. Wow, that was just a mutual miss, huh? That's a shame. Oh, right, it was a different ladder. I was like, did the ladder break when I died? Was I a load-bearing man? Ow. I forgot the archer was there. That's admittedly on me. To a certain degree, I do actually like that your last attack, when your stamina's running out, is a little slower. It's another visual indicator so you know your stamina's going. Even if I may not necessarily like the idea of my attacks costing me stamina, it at least does make sense. Okay, once more into here with potions this time. Doesn't seem super durable either. Just a bit on the dangerous side. I tried to parry the bite and I misread the input there. Or from him. Thankfully, since a lot of what he does has some real wind-up to it, you can actually pretty reasonably just dodge him and attack him. I was about to say, don't tell me I'm gonna die here at the end because I missed one swing.
Rat I've ever seen. That's not natural.
Depends on the sewers you're in, really. I've heard some places can have some real big rats. Don't think they'd ever be that big, though. This seems like a bad idea. Whoa. Wow, I actually made that jump, huh? Okay. Fully did not expect to make that, but I saw that there was this glowy thing here, and I wanted to see if I could make it to it. Turns out, yes. Yes, I can. Less mana cost. That's great? Question mark? I think parrying and things takes mana? Yeah, because oh no, our special attack might take that? No? I don't know. Anyway, not thinking about it any further. I have a ring on now, and I feel special because I have a ring. Oh, this also spat us out on the other side, over here. Okay, there was probably an obstruction then that we went around. Yeah, like that. And now this door's open. Aha! Now we can go around the sewers entirely. Oh yeah, there's the entrance we went in. What's the matter? Can't catch me? Too big for your own good? You know what? That was a low blow. That's on me. Entirely fair that you hit me. Wow, I am just botching the timing left and right now. Please, hands, do the thing. Don't keep screwing it up. Yikes. Anyway, I'm gonna rest here because we have a shortcut here now. Level up. Level up. Ew, vigor, no. Strength. Strength. I probably shouldn't be, like, turbo committing to strength, but it's amusing me, and we're not staying in this reality anyway. I, at the very least, probably should get something that gives me more stamina. Because 90% of my damage is coming from me running out of stamina and getting hit. I tried to dodge there, but guess what? I had no stamina. I think I'm just buoyed by the good mood I was in because of Streets of Rogue as well, which is helping me not get frustrated with some of this. Just in case people are like, why is he not getting annoyed with this when a lot of this is stuff he would be annoyed with? It's also just presented well and not, like, making any real statement about you dying. It's just like, yep, you're dead. You're respawned now. Go back and do it again. Rather than some games which are just shove it in your face that you died. Oh, hey, we've unlocked a second loadout slot, which doesn't really help anything because all we have is shield and bigger shield and just a sword. But the fact that we got the shield off those guys means we could probably get the swords off of, like, the bandits with swords. We might even be able to get the bow if we kill enough of them.
Get younger all the time, they do. This one must have been ripped straight from his mother's tit before they slapped the helmet on him.
What's this? I thought they stopped trying to get the bodies. No matter. Let's get you some company, boy.
Look at this guy thinking he's all that. Just because he's got an archer to protect him. Joke's on you, I can parry arrows. And I can lead you away from your protection. And at the end of the day, you're a poor swordsman, kiddo. Oh, you got a bit of magic support too, huh? Real shame that she was bad at her job too. That was just embarrassing, really. Can't cut him down from there, huh? That's a shame. Can't say I didn't try. Nope, fucked it up. Takes one to know one, buddy. Well, this is a problem. Are they gonna follow me? I don't think they're gonna follow me. I think they got bored. Well, opportunity knocks then. I really thought he was gonna get that arrow out, time to kill me, and I was gonna be very upset. More of you, huh? Well then. This is decidedly inconvenient. Oh, I see now. The yellow meter fills up and then drains over time. I really hadn't had time to look at it. But that's also what determines us being able to use our little uppercut swing. Is having enough of that meter charged. And it looks like you can't, like, unlearn anything. So, points that are committed unless there's an item that lets you get around that. Speaking of getting around, I'm just gonna leave you two behind. So I don't burn resources on you two. Because there's a lot of your friends over here that I need to deal with. Ah, that's how your magic works. I hate that. Oh, and I'm fighting them all together this time, which was a bad idea. You know what? Fuck this shit, I'm out. I killed your friend. Doot 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 doot. What? Oh, there's fucking bear traps. Oh, you cheeky bastards. I see it now, but I wasn't looking for it before. And that's admittedly on me. Speaking of things I wouldn't see if I wasn't looking for it. Anybody else see something wrong with this picture? Because I do. He's right there. Can't hit him, but he's right there. Idiot. Oh, you had a shield too? Look at you. Oh, that sword's actually pretty significant. Yikes. A little too big for you, though. Well, that's unfortunate for him. Cardinal leaves. Those seem like they'd be important. We also got seeds, which is interesting. Definitely shouldn't have just went and got in that fight for no good reason other than finding out how strong they were, though. But we found a checkpoint, so everything's fine. Now you guys seem fine.
Past this point without the commander's permission. Not sure why you'd even want to go that way anyhow.
Well, where's the commander?
Damn it. Not another shift wiped out. Sending out kids with barely a lick of training lately. But what choice do we have?
Good question. These portraits are interesting because look, his eyes are moving, he blinks. He's actually got a lot of animation while still being primarily like a two-dimensional portrait. I mean, I should know because I'm basically a two-dimensional portrait as well, but you know. It's an interesting thing to see. And they put a lot of stylized work into what is literally just an NPC guard's portrait.
Huh? The monastery's been out of use for ages. Aside from bandits taking refuge there, let me tell you there are places past the cemetery I wouldn't even go in the light of day. Whatever's coming up that way can't be good. Commander can give you a pass to get through, but why would you walk so willingly to your own death?
I do that all the time.
Wickham's all we got left. Lost West Wickham to creatures from the forest and gotta make sure they stay on that side. Bandits took over Old Wickham and are trying to get the rest. If either threat makes it into the city, we're done for. If it weren't for the commander, suppose all our heads would be on pikes right now. He's kept folks believing that Wickham has a fighting chance. Old Wickham's the old town. The merchants and nobles that later built Wickham left it outside the walls of the new city. In better times, patrols kept the roads safe. But trade's all dried up since we lost West Wickham.
Yeah, I can see how people would lose faith in this place when part of it falls. So there ends up being no point in sending trade there, because what profit is there in a place that's falling apart? It's unfortunate, but, you know, that's how it be.
You looking for a guide to Wickham? I'm your guy. Gerald Burrough, adventurer extraordinaire at your service. Not cheap, but worth every penny. I'm currently banned from this city. You're misunderstanding in a dice game. And in Miller's daughter. But if you could put in a good word with Commander Claiborne, I'm your guy.
That's actually another thing. Pretty solid voice acting in this. Like, he actually put some work into those lines instead of it just all being a flat tone throughout it.
Really? You are one in a million, stranger. Just remember the name, Gerald Burrow. But if anyone asks, please don't tell them where to find me.
Like, it's not, like, the best I've ever heard, but it's good. It's good enough. I'll make no promises about talking to the commander on his behalf, especially since I've not even met the commander yet. I might tell him where Gerald is instead.
An Inquisitor, yeah. I should probably run it by the commander, but I'd rather you just announced yourself. Gotta save my energy for the second shift.
Fair. Also, you ain't gonna be able to stop me anyway.
Oh, little mousey, please. Tabby says more keys.
There's a bunch going on in the background.
Not my frog.
I'm gonna assume that's funny if you're drunk.
An inquisitor. Hope you're not here for any of my patrons.
That depends on who your patrons are.
For Commander Claiborne. He's at the end of the street. Guards outside the door. Oh, and if you ever find yourself back this way, stop by. Got something that might test those famed abilities of a Crimson City Inquisitor.
What do you got as well? Oh, D-pad was sorting it. I was like, wait, why did that move? Oh, so food gives you regen and increases your max health in this game as well, and food can give you stamina and mana. Food is important. Noted, food is very, very important. Give me some of that. Give me a little bit of that. And we'll grab one of these. I don't want to buy a lot yet because I don't know what else money is good for yet. And I don't want to burn all of our money buying food, only to find that we can buy like weapons and armor somewhere. But I feel like a little bit of healing food is going to go a long way towards keeping us in the game.
Sorry. He's walking like a man. Saying my name. How did it know my name?
Oh, what creatures do that? There's a few specific things that like pull your name and try to use that to do something. Especially specifically things that walk like a beast. Or I should say look like a beast, walk like a man. Not sure.
Buy something, will you? Do you think I want to be doing this? Used to be rich, I did. Then, that night, the whole West End fell. My side of town. I was stuck in some peasant girl over on this side. Probably should be thankful. That's what they say. If not for a middling lay, I might be dead like the rest. Forced to live the rest of my life hawking trinkets. Does that sound lucky to you? Let me know if you want any of this shit.
I could change your fortune right now. You could join the dead in seconds. And then I could have all these things for free. Really a win-win all around. Think about the next time you're complaining about getting lucky in a massacre. Great sword, great hammer, mace. Heretic shield. Ooh. So there's alchemists to see as well, because we can bring this treatise to them. Oh. So it looks like you gain abilities off of these items, but we need mastery to use them, so that's probably for the other classes. Which is a shame. So we might be able to get at those masteries in some other way as well. Just, you know, not currently. Looks like none of the stuff we have sells for a lot. I don't think I'm going to use the tower shield, though, so I will go ahead and sell that. And we know where to get at another one if I really want it. Just go smack more of the big shield boys around. I really would like to try the Claymore, but it's too damn expensive. Even the Starburnt and Scepter is too expensive for us. But I will keep him in mind.
Inquisitor in Wickham. An interesting development, but none of this humble tailor's business. When you see Claiborne, do as he asks or you won't get what you came here for. He's fair, but does not take kindly to demands.
Good advice.
There is one thing you can do for me. Wickham is no longer safe for me to operate out of. I was wondering if a kind word from an Inquisitor
There's
could
the
help
catch.
speed up the vendor permit process in Crimson City.
I don't know how to feel about the I have another idea option there. I feel like that leads down weird paths, potentially. We'll just no-sell that idea. Yeah. I don't think we actually knew about this, but sure.
I see. It may do, until I figure out another way out of my predicament. A tale for another time. It's Shirin, and I must be going immediately. For some, yes. I'm an experienced traveler. See you at the caravan, Inquisitor.
I feel like we skipped a step somewhere in there, but you know what? At least we were pointing somebody in a hopefully good direction. I feel like this is not a river you'd want to be fishing in, but what do I know? Especially, you know, with the sewers actively dumping water in there, because you can see the drain right there. Yeah, you know what? Fish are fish, I suppose, when everybody's starving.
Underground is currently off limits. Please keep moving.
That's a nice touch. Having him actually respond to you trying to open the door without it actually, like, opening a dialogue fully.
I don't trust trees. They're a little shady.
Oh, Dad. You're so bad at jokes. And you already said that one.
It would be so easy to kick that man into the river. It would be so easy. Should you really be leaving shields and swords just laying around out here like this?
Sorry.
I'm glad I wasn't the only ones in. Hopefully you're doing well.
Let's pretend I have time for you, Inquisitor. I've no allegiance to Crimson City, but you made it through Old Wickham alone. So you've no doubt got some pressing business. Let's hear it. Aye, you've thinned the numbers of the bandits, I hear. And that's why we're speaking.
Well, that and you wouldn't be able to
I'm
keep me
fighting for the
out.
city on two fronts, and can't help but use my leverage to ask for your assistance. The West fell in the night some months ago. Something killed the good lords and ladies. All of them trapped by the massive gate separating them from the riffraff.
Ironic.
Then bandits took over Old Wickham to the east, all but cutting off our supply chain. They've been raiding our stocks, coming up through the old ruins beneath the city.
I wonder if the bandits were put up to this, or if they just saw an opportunity. So I could see either being true, but the timing is very convenient. Especially with the force that took the other side of the city being unknown. Of course you would, Snork, and hopefully you're doing well, old friend.
I suspect your liege leaves you no choice but to get your errand done, no matter the cost. Passage to the underground's back the way you came. For my sake, best of luck, Inquisitor.
So that's it, huh? Just given marching orders and sent on my way. Fair enough. I was hoping to appropriate the services of a smith here, but it seems like the complaining merchant's about all I get. I mean, that explains why there's so many of them. The budget of one would never have afforded so many bandits. Especially since, you know, they just keep getting replaced as I kill them. I'm sure it gets expensive after a while. That seems like a bad idea. Let's not go that. Oh, guess we're going the bad idea way then, huh? There we go. This is why you look before you leap. Aha! Just a piece of wood, but it still counts as loot regardless. I would like to get to that ladder. This feels like a bad idea, though. Well, I've had worse ideas. Whee!
Fuck, it hurt.
Huh, the game stuttered just so he could complain about it hurting. I did get poisoned, though, which is inconvenient. Minor mana potions, that won't help. Thankfully, poison doesn't seem to last very long, or at least not that kind of poison.
I can't open it from here.
Like I said, this game is very reasonable. Despite it wanting me dead, it plays fairly straight as far as making things not overkill. Oh, we cut his ear off. Or, oh no, I think that's the quest item, yeah, is you'll notice our count went up when we picked that ear up. He wants the ears so he knows that they're dead. There we go. So if I ended up killing any of them and not picking up the item, that would lead to problems. Oh, there's spikes. Good. I'm glad. I'm very happy for you. That was supposed to be a plunging attack, but you know, it's just as fine to knock her down to where the spikes are. There we go. That's a problem sorted out. We'll just go ahead and open this shortcut.
Locked.
Nope. Or not. Is this where the key is? Nope. Map fragment of wisdom of Wickham. I really thought that said wisdom. Aha. We have a lockpick to open this one. Diagram of minor stone skin potion and a bunch of gems. I presume some of those gems are probably used in said potion. Ah, that's the key. You would think, but that would be effort. And also, since it's a gate rather than a door, if you kick it wrong, you're gonna break your ankle. Because it'll be a bunch of rounded edges. It would just be a bad deal all around. And since we found the key, we can just pop it open now. And I doubt the people around here would appreciate me breaking their doors, since I assume they intend to move back into this area once I clean the bandits out. And then again, there's those flat bits in the middle there. Those wouldn't be that bad to kick. This is also true. Broken doors would compound those problems, however. And again, I suppose I could have charged more money for not breaking their doors. Now, we've cleaned everybody out of here, and I can't help but notice that I didn't get 7 ears. So this must lead somewhere else, then. Probably to a different floor of this area. Well, and who are you, voice talking in my head? Riddle me that one, Batman. Well, first I'd have to survive after the fact, but yeah. Medical bills would definitely get added to the cost, for sure. There we go. Now I'll get the level up. We just keep getting stronger. I wouldn't be surprised if we're still not strong enough to swing that greatsword we saw. Though I didn't actually look at what its requirements are, admittedly.
Nope.
Also because we couldn't afford it, so there wasn't any point in looking at it that much. By the time we're done in here, we should be able to afford it, though. We were only down by like 500. Oh, that's what's happening over here. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh, and there's more of them as well. Excellent. Love to see that, don't you? No more shield for you. I love how he just cackles even though he's losing. He's just having a great time till his own sword plunges into his chest. Tales of Iron's apparently really good, and there's a sequel either out or coming out. I never ended up playing it either, but I'm aware of it. Very kind of the game to give me that ear after he fell into the spike pit, which is now covered. You look like you could be more dangerous than the average bandit. I don't think I want to toy around with you too much. You're telling me that I got hit and poisoned even though my guard was up, huh? Well, that's a shame. I mean, I guess some of it could have splashed on me after it hit the shield. But, job done. We can go turn this into the commander. I could dive deeper into there, but I'm assuming I'll get sent back in here. So there's no point in doing it just to turn around and do it again, you know? A lot of poison down here. Like I said, rather generous, really. He could have just absolutely not done that, but did me a service on his way out. I was going the wrong way anyway. Because we have to go all the way back around through these fools here. No, thank you for your hood. I can blend in with your brethren now. I don't know if I really wanted to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, for all we know, they're doing it for a good reason. Like, for all we know, we might be working for the actual problem. And they're just called bandits because they're on the wrong side of history. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened, now would it? And at the end of the day, you know, we're just an Inquisitor. We don't really have a side in this situation, since the guard here aren't aligned with the city we came from. It just happens to be convenient for us to help them out right now.
Oh, you wanted me to help your daughter stuff the goose. I think I stuffed the wrong bird.
Pepper's always good for a laugh.
It's interesting how the NPCs move around, because that guy was making jokes over in the bar before, I think.
You've got quite the reputation, you Inquisitors. Not a sterling one, but your skills definitely live up to their notoriety. I sent word. My men have cleared a path for you to the monastery. Go through there and the old cemetery, and path will lead you to the swamp. The west gate is open to you as well. I honor my debts. Should you find your way around these parts again,
A pair of skilled hands is much needed these nights. Best of luck with your witch hunt, Inquisitor.
True. I mean, it depends on how far you go with that, because there is, of course, a situation where you don't actually take everything from someone so that they can recover. You can get your own at the same time. Of course, most thieves would never do that, but it remains an option. Let's see how he reacts to Gerald.
I expelled him for his own safety. There are several husbands and fathers that would like to string him up, and I can't protect him. Tell him to find another town to make into his personal brothel.
That's about what I expected to hear.
Folks here value their independence. We'd bleed for Wickham until there's nothing left in our veins. We'd fight to the last man before bending the knee to a god king.
Beast King.
You to understand.
Either way. That didn't accomplish as much as I had hoped, but about as much as I expected. I think we are still a little too poor to get the great sword unless I sell stuff. But since we will be wrapping before too long, I will go ahead and sell stuff so we can at least see that sword in action before we stop. So, when did I start this game? I might have lost track of time. I want to say we started this at the 4-hour mark. Played 2 games for 2 hours each, then 2.5 hours would have been... Yeah, no, this is correct. This would be an hour for this game then. Oh yeah, we actually have more than one bandit hood apparently. So yeah, we'll sell one of those then. I'll keep my Inquisitor bracers because I don't know if they actually like turn into something in the future. I don't like getting rid of all of any particular bit of armor in these kind of games because sometimes they get upgraded into other things. Which puts me in a similar position of I'm not sure what to get rid of here, but I'll get rid of some of this leather because I have a lot of it. And there we go, we have enough to get the greatsword now. It doesn't list a requirement. Imposing greatsword, yep, that sure is true. Let's see how this works out for us. And we'll make it our other set, so it'll be nice and convenient. As soon as I know how to switch sets. Ah, there we go. Down is which weapon set. Don't mind me just swinging this around in town. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from that. Yeah, nothing remarkable, but it seems like it'll be effective. Let's go hit something with it. Since this scales with our stats better, we should do significantly more damage, even on top of it being a two-handed weapon. Where's an unsuspecting creature to be destroyed? Oh, right, I didn't rest, so nothing respawned. God damn it. The inconvenience of things not being alive for me to kill them. Well, you know what? The west gate's open and it's right here. We'll go walk out the west gate and see how badly that goes.
Snowman and a vampire. Frostbite.
Be glad you're in the foreground and I can't test my sword on you. Well, yeah. Oh, Westgate's not available in the demo. I can't get a new thing and not hit something with it. That's not how this works. Interesting how he just keeps putting the sword magically back on his back when we're just prancing around like that as well. Like somehow it just magically reappears in his hands instantly. Just boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now we should have spawned things to hit with a sword. Not quite a one-shot, but it did a lot. It is certainly effective. And you know, the staggering is definitely about as expected when you're hitting somebody with a sword that's as tall as I am, if not taller. Certainly hard to react to that one, huh? And I wonder if the special on this is different. Slightly? I think it's actually, ironically enough, faster than the attack on the other one. And it's certainly faster than the basic attack on it. Yeah, I am pleased with my purchase. Just as I am pleased with this demo, which is sadly coming to an end now. Is at about 5 hours in, I think I am good to stop. And don't worry, if anybody missed anything and wants to see it, you will be able to find the VOD tomorrow after I split it all up tonight, so each individual game is accessible. And there is the store page for the game if you wish to wishlist it after seeing it played. Which personally, if you like this kind of game, I would highly recommend it, based on the experience I've just had with it. When does it release? Coming soon, so question mark. I remember seeing somebody, I believe they were playing a sponsored segment on it, so it's probably releasing before too awful long, but hard to say that with any certainty, especially since I did not watch the said sponsored content, because I wanted to keep my mind clear on this game until I played this demo for myself. And I may also be crossing this with some other things, because there's been a lot of sponsored content coming out on some of the channels I watch of a variety of things. But with all of that said and done, I'm going to find us somewhere to be. It's just going to take me a quick minute to find said somewhere. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the little walk through a bunch of random demos, plus or minus Apocalypse Factory being more scuffed than anticipated, so it ended up being kind of meh. Everything I played it otherwise was very good. Of course. I could take us over there. It has been a little bit. I could go over there as well. Got some good choices in front of me. Let me see how far along they are for today, because if they're about to end, I'm obviously not going to send it over there, and I will go with the backup option instead. Judging from how long they usually go for, they're probably about halfway done, which won't be that long. Yeah, you know what? Since we were doing demos, let's go to somebody else who's doing demos instead. And the last time we popped over there, things really didn't work out that well because she was having some issues anyway. So I'm not really counting that other raid that much. Anyway. So, is that actually a demo? I'm not sure that's a demo. So I thought that game was out already. Doesn't matter. I know that's what their plan was, so we'll go see Char, who's currently playing Demon School, which is a neat looking game. I do remember looking at it and considering it a few times. But I thought it was out already, but I might be remembering wrong and thinking differently there. But yeah, thank you all for taking the time to be here. I will be back on Thursday. I might do more demos. I might do more Monster Hunter. We'll see how I feel by then and how many demos I feel strongly about playing by that point, because there are a lot of them still. Oh, and that's why that was confusing, is because apparently I never closed Streets of Rogue. Oh, good job, me. You too, Zin. And hopefully you all have a good night and be good to Char. I will see you on Thursday one way or the other. Good night.